Oh my god, 3 eyeshadow palettes for different skin tones. Hear that? Yeah. What? So Prada, demure, the more mindful. If these are truly unique. Prada has dived into the world of nude eyeshadow palettes, I should say, because when Prada launched their beauty line, they launched first more daring, colorful eyeshadow palette, color stories that they were just unique for the luxury world, something that we didn't see before, some pops of yellows, purples, reds. It was just fascinating to see what they were doing with Prada Beauty, but I knew it that sooner than later Prada needed to add some boring nude eyeshadow palettes, but necessary in a way, because we all know that nude eyeshadow palettes are the ones that sell the most, so they couldn't lose this opportunity, and they have launched 3 eyeshadow palettes for different skin tones, one of them being Peony, the lightest one of all, Pansy, the medium one, and Primula, the deepest one. I will be leaving the details of these eyeshadow palettes on the description box below, as well as the rest of my makeup, because as you can tell, I already have foundation, concealer, bronzer, contour, blush, lipstick on. These palettes are made in France. They are refillable. They have a shelf life of 24 months. They come with 6 grams of product that you may think it's little, but in comparison, say, with YSL quads and other eyeshadow palettes from luxury or designer brands, this is kind of like a good amount of product in general. The cost is $85. Let's start first with the eyeshadow palette Peony. And if you're new here to my channel, welcome. Welcome to all of you, my beautiful friends. I do film in natural light with 4K resolution, and today is a sunny, warm day. Oh my goodness, this palette is very, very light. I don't know if it's gonna show too much on my skin tone, but we will see after application. The good thing about the eyeshadow palettes from Prada is that they are very pigmented. They are very smooth. Perfect for those of us that we have a lot of folds on our eyelids or texture on the eyelids too. Oh, total dream. Oh my gosh. Okay, here is Peony, the lightest one. I do have a light to medium skin tone, but you know what? Sometimes even these kind of eyeshadows, they can work for those with deeper complexions because they will show more. It just depends on what you like to see. In general, I can tell you that this palette is not too cool tone as I thought it will be. It's more between plain, more neutral, and if anything, the deepest shade is leaning neutral, borderline cool tone. Sonia G crease brush, and I'm going to this shade first, and I'm taking it right above the crease and just swiping it all over. Okay, that blended super easy. In terms of the finish, this and this shade, they are a silky matte, meaning that they are not fully matte, like super like dry. Nothing of that. They have some sort of like silky kind of effect, while this shade over here is not really a topper shade because there's no translucency. It's not a metallic shade, and it's not even a true satin shade. It's more like kind of borderline satin, but not really satin. Hopefully it makes sense, but anyhow, let's just keep building a little bitty shade. Going next with the middle shade, and I'm gonna take it on the outer V. I'm building it up just a tiny bit more. That's so pretty. There's zero fallout. Sonia G Builder Pro into the pink shade, and I'm taking this shade and applying it on the mobile lid all the way to the outer third. Definitely, if you want to show a little bit more of this shade, which as you can tell, it does have a beautiful sheen to it, you can apply it with your finger. Again, it's not metallic, it's not even satin, but it just have some sort of silkiness that is just Looks so pretty. Refer 03 brush, and I'm taking this shade and applying it on the inner corner and on the brow bone. Here it is Peony. I don't plan to apply any mascara or eyeliner simply because I'm gonna be doing 3 eyeshadow looks, so I don't think it's completely necessary. You can see there the tones of each of the shades and how they perform and how much I was able to build up to. And I can tell you right away that this eyeshadow palette does work for someone with light to medium skin tone. I think as you get deeper in complexion, this will even show more than what you assume. In fact, these remind me a lot to one of my favorite Dior palettes. It was limited edition many years ago. It had these kind of rosy tones that a lot of people thought, oh, it's not going to show any skin tone, not even on fair complexions, and it did. It just, for some reason, is very natural, ethereal, a little bit romantic, but it's kind of like that, oh, just very soft, gentle kind of eyeshadow look. Let's go with the deepest eyeshadow palette, Primula. Oh, nice. Creamy. Okay, let's go with this shade. It looks kind of purple. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, this has purple. It has green. It is intense. Oh, I knew. These eyeshadows, they do have so many emollients. There's some like very good, yummy oils, yummy, not eating, but do you see like how they slide? It's not only upon swatching, but on application. Okay, you see right there how it looks taupey, then you turn and there's some purple and some green to it. Oh my gosh, this is just so gorgeous. Look at that. Soft, and this is the same way when applying it on the eyelids. It's just a dream. BK Beauty 503 brush, and I'm going to this shade first, and I'm gonna apply it above the crease. Now these do have pigment and this is deeper, so I don't think I'm gonna need to build it up for my complexion, but look at that, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blend. Sonia G Worker, and let's go to the reddish shade, and I'm taking this shade and applying it on the outer third of the eyelid. Again, I'm not even tapping, there's no fallout. Sonia G Mini Booster, and to the deepest brown, and this I'm taking it on the outer V, very close to the edge. Whatever is remaining, I'm just gonna diffuse the edges. And now to this dual triochrome, multi-chrome from Prada. I cannot believe it. Well, I should believe it because Prada has been bringing so many amazing new products. Wow. Look at that. Sultry. Very sultry and seductive. Oh my gosh. I was hoping I was not going to like any of these eyeshadow palettes, but oh, Prada got me. This is so stunning. Look at that. Super sultry, seductive. Oof, just so good. Warm tone though, as you can tell, but beautiful. My gosh. I removed the 2 eyeshadow looks, and I almost forgot to tell you that today I'm also trying the new Prada Mascara, which I have heard great things about it, and I'm excited to give it a go. The last eyeshadow palette on this nude Prada collection, Pansy, and this one has more of like a rosy tone. Okay, we have again 2 matte shades. Let's see these. This has that silkiness to it, really beautiful. Okay, and I cannot wait to see these. Oh gosh, that's gorgeous. This has some gold, even a little bit of pink, and a little bit of green, like limey green, almost chartreuse. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm like, where should I swatch it? And from another aspect, you can even see a little bit of lilac in it, which lilac it's big time this season, like big. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay. Oh, okay. So pretty. And this one has more of that pinkiness to it. Even more neutral to warm leaning rather than say peony. Sonia G Blender Pro, and I'm gonna go to the middle shade. And I'm gonna take this shade and applying it above the crease. Oof, nice pigment. Going into this top shade with a Sonia G worker brush, and I'm applying it right on the third of the eyelid. You know, this shade kind of matches my lipstick very well. So yes, it's pink, but it's not a pink that it will give you that pink eye look that we are all like, oh no, please, oh no. And in fact, it does match so well with my blush too. Sonia G Mini Booster, and let's go to the brown shade. And this one, I'm just gonna use it to deepen out the outer V and just lift up this eyeshadow. Going with that monochrome shade, metallic-y shade. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. Ah, so Prada, very Prada, and I will get to that in a second. What I mean with that. It just gets me. BK Beauty 204 brush, and I'm gonna go to this middle shade and just dust it on the lower lash line. Sonia G flat definer, going to the brown shade, and this is going very close to the roots of my lower lash line. I went ahead and applied eyeliner off camera, and now let's try the new Prada Mascara. The packaging, I mean, it's not heavyweight. It does have some texture that makes it very unique. Hear that? Yeah, it's very, very different, very unique, very Prada. But the one, when I saw the one, it's like, what? It's kind of like a brush, like a paddle brush for your hair, kind of like that. So the bristles, they don't go all the way around. On one side it just says Prada, and then you have that little kind of like a scoop in there. Very interesting. So let's see how much volume, definition, and length this will give me. Okay, so far not much. Let's get a little bit more product. The mascara doesn't feel wet though. Okay, now it's giving me more definition. It's just separating my lashes. I want to see how much I can build it up to give me volume. Don't supposed to use this side to kind of like lift up, perhaps, the mascara, maybe. What are your thoughts? There it looks very like everyday mascara, a little bit of separation, a tiny bit of volume. Let's see as I build it up. Now the only thing is with this type of wand, you see there's a dollop of mascara on this side, on the very top. Let's keep building it up. I just want to be extra careful so that lashes, they do not clamp together. I don't want to lose that definition. Okay, that's good. And you have plenty of time to play with this mascara. You see this against this? See how it goes, applying it on the lower lash line. Okay, a little bit more tricky that I will like. You just have to be very like gentle so it doesn't go on your skin. What are your thoughts about this Prada mascara? There's a lot of volume, length, and definition on my lashes. From no mascara to mascara, I think this is a good one. And it doesn't feel thick or heavy. I will have to report back to you if I see any transfer or flaking. Definitely, while you're leaving your comment, make sure you check my pinned comment, because I will be leaving, again, a pinned comment letting you know how did the mascara work, if it hold the curl. I didn't curl my lashes, by the way, but just saying that if it just kept my lashes in position and if it flake or transfer. Okay, friends, and here is the final eyeshadow look with the eyeshadow quad in Pansy. What are your thoughts? Very beautiful. Personally, I think it's lovely. It's a lovely eyeshadow quad. Okay, now let's just talk about if these are truly unique. I think that these are your atypical nude eyeshadow palettes. Let me explain you. Nude eyeshadow palettes, in my point of view, most of the cases, except for those for very deep skin tones, they play a lot with brown, beige tones, creamy tones, and again, on that sort of a scale, black to and white. Those are what I personally consider truly nude eyeshadow palettes. These ones are more of like a takeoff nude, but a Prada takeoff on nude eyeshadow palette with mostly pink, a little bit of warm undertones on some of them. It's just not your typical nude eyeshadow palette. Hopefully it makes sense. I think they are more wearable in general than other eyeshadow palettes from Prada. Like this one is my very favorite from Prada. I feel like this is a nude eyeshadow palette. Anything if we cover this purpley shade here, do you see right there? That's the way I use it. When I just want to have a little bit of a nudie tone, I just use that. And whenever I want to have fun, call it springtime, you know, I just use this beautiful lilac-y purple shade. When I just want to have a matte shade, I just use these two right here. And then when I want to, you know, glam it up a little, I just put a little bit of this. And so, I mean, like, there's so much versatility on these eyeshadow palettes from Prada that I wouldn't really call these new eyeshadows completely nudes. They are kind of like the pillow talk version, but for Prada. Very much like that. That's what I'm feeling, because they do have all of them some sort of like pinky undertone, warm undertone. That's why the finished look is more of that sultry look on each of them depending on the tones. Yeah, very interesting. And interesting too is that they maintain, well, not on the three of them, but for example here on Pansy, you get that very special eyeshadow from Prada, which is more of that satiny metallic shade with some duochrome chip. Same thing with Primula with this gorgeous multi-chrome shade. I mean, like, oh my gosh, that's so stunning. While this Peony eyeshadow palette, I feel like is the one that I don't want to say that falls flat, because it does have its own beauty. Like this pinky tone is not as impactful as these two, but it does have a little je ne sais quoi. There's a pink, a little bit of like a lemon undertone to it. It's very light. Is the more demure, the more mindful out of all is this baby here. But it does work. I mean, it truly does work. But if you're looking for something a little bit more unique, then I will steer you to either go with Pansy or Primula. Formula wise, as delightful, as gorgeous as we all know Prada does their eyeshadow palettes, just like such a pleasure to apply, to blend, easy to use, no fuss. I mean, you can literally get done a full-on eyeshadow look with Prada eyeshadows in less than 5 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, the right brushes, and you're done, good to go out of the door, or even full glam. If you have never experienced the eyeshadow formulation from Prada, I think they are very much alike to the ones from YSL. Perhaps YSL will feel not as creamy as the ones from Prada, but they have that blurring effect that it doesn't emphasize whether are the matte shades or the very metallic shades. They do not emphasize texture on the skin. Now, YSL on most of their eyeshadow palettes, aside to the matte formulation, they also offer a satin shade and then one that is more of like a wet eyeshadow. Do you see right there? It's something very unique for YSL. If you don't have YSL eyeshadow palettes, it's like, okay, what else? What else can be close to Prada? The Valentino blushes, which in fact, they are eyeshadow and blushes. The formula is so close. It does have that bounciness to it that is very unique to these formulations. I think they make them on the same lab. I'm not saying that they are identical, but they are just so close, like super, super close. And I know some of these are made in Italy, these ones are made in France. So what I'm trying to just give you a little bit of an idea. They are different from Natasha Denona. Not that Natasha Denona are not good. They are excellent eyeshadows. But what I'm saying is just they are very, very unique and very different. Another brand that I recall right away, Byredo, that big eyeshadow palette, that kind of formulation that is super uber creamy. Yeah, just like that. But in terms of the Prada mascara, I like the results. It took a little bit of time and it took a little bit of getting used to this type of applicator and one where you don't have all the bristles going around, that it feels more of like a scoop. I totally see what Prada is trying to do. They just want to bring their own twist to things, uniqueness, but it's still workable, very workable. And like I said, I will report back to you to let you know what I feel about this mascara. If anything, just be careful with the lower lashes. I didn't find any trouble, but I know like if you go with a typical one, you will be like, oh yes, it's fine, but it's just different. It's just very different. And definitely I will keep reporting back to you. I will be doing my Sephora recommendations because the Sephora Spring Savings event is coming so soon. I think we're like a week and a half away when you're watching this video, or at least when I'm uploading this video. And that's the main reason why I decided to purchase all these eyeshadow palettes from Prada and the mascara, because I want to make sure that I can give you really good recommendations on new products as well as products that they are tried and true OG products that they are worth getting when you're getting obviously a discount. So if you want to see all of that and all the updates, don't forget to subscribe to the channel with the post notification bell on. If this video serves you on any help, please, I will greatly appreciate it if you can give it a thumbs up. Leave your comment, let me know, have you tried these new eyeshadow quad from Prada? Which one is your favorite one? Or have you tried any of the Prada eyeshadow quads in general? What are your thoughts? Let's just continue that conversation on the comment section down below. If you're on Instagram and TikTok, please come and follow me there. I'm super excited to grow my family on those platforms too. And if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos at the end of the screen that I'm sure you're gonna love. See you then. Bye-bye.